other facility could do, and that is to be self-sufficient as a standalone.
Right.
Because normally you get cannibalized, and that's just the way Howard University rolls.
At the end of the song.
Yeah. But that's what. Let me just say this for the record. Bob Johnson does not like rap music. He played it because people liked it. I remember it was a big day when we got Kid and Play on Video Soul.
Wow.
Because he would just take everything as, don't put that on Video Soul, give it the album. Give it the album. And so he just goes, hey, the ratings, because we did a rap week, highest ratings history. Did another rap week, highest ratings. Then New Edition's Heartbreak Special was the highest, and then we came back again, did rap week highest, and they said we're gonna do a rap show.
It's funny how that, and then like that's probably the biggest criticism, but it was almost like driven. People will say it was driven by the corporate white folks to da. When it's, and that's when you're on this part. This is the side that is get frustrating because the public makes that choice,
right?
And so it's like
then they get mad,
yeah.
Right.
And you see the positive this and the positive that, and you never get a request for it, and it's kind of like yeah. People don't want to believe that though. People don't want to believe it.
My.
It all makes 96.3 WHR sounds like Washington. Sounds like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Man,
Timbo Lake.
He's everywhere.
Got his strawberry bubble gum.
Yeah, man. Turned out the BT Awards.
This album apparently has a bunch of things, just different things.
Yep.
Literally things.
A lot of different things.
A tie, some strawberry bubble gum.
Timberland.
Yeah, right.
Fat Timberland. Timberland's kind of like Luther. You got muscular Timberland,
and
you got fat Timberland.
Well, when you get
I like fat Timberland.
When you get to Cock Diesel and you realize, oh, okay, I've done all this in the gym.
I call that prison Timberland.
But I mean, you can't stay that way forever. You're gonna have to,
You have to maintain.
Am I gonna stay in this gym and just? No.
Yeah. It was a brief moment. I guess if we're honest, it was like a year and a half.
It didn't take very long. It didn't take long for him to look like a former athlete.
Well, what's interesting is Timberland, like a lot of people in the industry, is like Nicki size. I was in Vegas, and he's very short.
Timberland. I was like, because he's definitely not my size.
No, not your size.
No,
but
no, he's like 3 Nickies, but he's your size.
Like a spark plug Nicki.
Yeah.
That's not Puerto Rican.
From a stature standpoint.
From Virginia.
What you getting ready to say?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
He ain't Puerto Rican.
Don't mess with Nicky Strong.
I was in Vegas, and I was like at the bar, and the guy, he walked in like he was the size of like a little chair, like a little seat. And I was like, oh my God, is that Timberland? Like a little muscular little dude. It was like, wow. But he got mad beats up.
He was doing his thing.
Mad beats.
So in other words, he's not much bigger than Missy Elliott.
No.
How?
No.
We are doing the show within a show tonight. Yes. We are live on Ustream, and people are watching tonight.
Yes, so we got guests on the show tonight.
Right. How about that? So if you're listening,
unseen guests.
That's right.
If you know it. I mean.
Wink, wink. If you're listening to us on WHUR, you can go to Ustream. You can go to our Facebook page. You can actually look on the WHUR Facebook page and get the link, and bam, we're right there.
Yeah.
And you can watch us, and you can also interact with us as well. So, plus we have a chance for you to win something coming up tonight. How about that? You could be on your way to see Gladys Knight and the OJs together on one stage. Man, at Constitution Hall, August 24th. Those tickets coming up tonight, right here inside the Hangsuite on HUR. So where the Pips?
I know. What happened? Pips.
Oh.
You know what?
Hipless.
Nick, you know I wanted, since we were playing the Justin Timberlake, you know what I want to jump on Timberland's ass, because my boy, if you
don't forget we're on out.
okay, okay. So here's the thing.
Yeah, we can say ass on that.
I can say ass. Yes, you can. Just can't say rectum.
Yeah.
Damn near killed him.
Rectum.
You know what I'm saying. All right, so here's the deal. The music for, and Nikki and I had him on, my buddy on the show, Terry Stubbs. The Terry's written for OJ's, BBD, Nicky Howard, etc. Well, the song, the music for Suit and Tie came from a song that he did in a group called, the group was called Sly Slick Wicked. The song was Show Enough.
Okay.
So
the Suit and Tie song.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
Show Enough. Nikki's heard it. And so now J. Cole is using the actual song in his background for his song Chaining Day.
Wow.
But what had happened is that Timberland had said, "Oh, we just used the horn riff, the da 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 da." But if you listen to the song, you'll go, "That's the song, just slower." And so the song is called "Show Enough." So where the bridge is "Show you a few things about love," the original is "Show enough, really love him. Show enough, really love him. Show enough, really love him."
Wow.
Right. So if you sing them together,
you get paid, right? They pay. So what? That's why.
But he had to go in to get paid. He should have been paid right off
Well,
the beginning.
but
why?
you know what?
But
That
why?
happens.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but why do you think artists do that because they can get away with it? Is that the trick? And
Here's
they
the
say
thing. It's the bit. You know what?
it's the business.
I find myself, and I have a client this week that I have to, I want to do things fair. It's kind of like one slices the pie and the other gets to choose. So now we know it's fair. But sometimes people want to have more, and they figure the way to do that is to mess up a relationship. So,
Wow.
and in the business industry, I remember talking to Patrice Rushen. She was telling me about what happened with Men in Black.
Wow.
She's like, I'm in the studio. I get a delivery from the mailman, so a box, and in the box is a cassette and a check for $2,500. And they're like, "Oh, we used the sample for this, da da da." And she listened to it. That's the whole song. So she had an attorney call, and they were like, "Oh, we can't give you half credit because then it would cut into Will's money and on it." So she said she already knew that they had already put it on the soundtrack, on the movie. So she says, "Don't worry about it. Just don't use it." And so then they were like, "Okay." So a lot of times
they
look
at it like it's almost like a calculated guess or bet.
if they don't have to, it's
Right.
like
Make them find it.
Right.
Make them get their money. If they don't get it, hey.
Right.
So it's not. So you can't take it personally. It's the game.
Well, no, but people say it's not personal. It's
business.
But guess
It's
what?
not ethical.
No. Here's the thing. There's a couple of things that I feel are misnomers that need to be cleared up. We're gonna do them right now with you guys. All right. First of all,
Here it is. Inside the show, exclusive content.
they say it's not business. It's not personal. It's business. But if you screw my business and I can't pay my bills, it becomes personal.
Personal. Hello.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I can't pay my bill, if I can't put my kid through school, if I can't go
It's
out of
broken
town,
down. Especially
and
if they
hop on a
getting
plane
paid
with-
off of your work.
Well, but I think on the flip
that's
side,
the American way.
well, right. Well, because like for instance, I had a similar conversation with a friend, and I'm not a business guy. The last couple of years, I've been exposed to these different scenarios, and so I now have an opinion of them.
Right.
So one of the things he said, and they're developers. He was saying that they got done in a deal. They have a great concept.
Yeah.
They started on it. A company partnered with them. And at the end of the day, it got snatched. Right. And so what it made me think about was a lot of talented people in that same scenario. Basically, you become the person who leads a more wealthy company. They're looking for great ideas.
Right.
So you lead them to a great idea. They partner with you.
Right.
And then they know they can take it from you at any time because we can go into court and they can outlast you. So
Well, you know what?
that's a big so I could see how bad if I had a lot of money.
It's kind of like when you have the name the unseen VJ and the company you used to work for doesn't want you to have it.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And
So I got to do a shout out to Rob Littlewitz because
is that his name?
that's my boy. He's still
Rob Littlewitz,
man. Look, anytime you got intellectual property, he was partnered with Finnegan Henderson, Garrett Thurbo, and Dunn, and now he's got a new company, Kelly.
Well, we're looking for sponsors, Rob Littlewitz. Well, because
That's right.
again, like you said, if you're a creative type and I got money, I can always get something.
They wanted to cancel the trademark. And really what it was is that they didn't want a precedent that somebody who had worked for them could trademark something that they had.
Right.
But I went through, I took a common law class here at Howard. And so I knew I had to use it in commerce. So I used it. If I went to the opening of an envelope, the contract said Alvin Jones Unseen VJ. I wrote. I did some broadcasting, some reports overseas, all using it. So I knew what I had. But the whole thing was they were going to figure that the amount of money, because I got $27,000 worth of legal fees, and we worked something out where we bartered, and we still barter. It's like if Rob needs anything from me, he's got it. Matter of fact, I DJ'd his daughter's bar mitzvah as my gift, that kind of thing. And that's why you have to have partnerships. But what was funny, and I got to tell you why I really love Rob Littlewitz.
But bringing you today's broadcast, Rob Littlewitz. Yeah, that's his real last name. No, really.
Right. Yeah. So
Littlewitz.
I was at the Children's Defense Fund dinner, and I saw Debbie Lee and Marita, because they were both over in legal at the time. She wasn't running it. And so, so the girl came over, Marita says, you know, what's your name? Alvin Jones. She says, your name sounds familiar. And I said, oh. So she said, what are we going to do about this whole DJ? And I was like, look, I don't care. You know, it's a family squabble as far as I'm concerned. Whatever you guys talk to my attorney or whatever you decide is fine with me. Their faces both went white. I called Rob and said, you must be a bad mother, shut your mouth. Because I said, both of their jaws just dropped when I said, talk to my attorney. And from that point on, I knew the name we won't have to mention anymore was saying. But you have to.
How about Alvin with the old, the trick, the old, hey, I'm cool, I'm good. Just talk to my attorney.
And you know what? Eventually we settled, and I saw Bob Johnson the next day, and I just said, hey, because here's the thing. I saw Bob before they did this at Nabob. God rest Nabob. I used to love them Nabob dinners.
I was the last one.
Black on broadcast.
I was there, the last one. And Fantasia kicked her shoes off and scared everybody. But
she did a Phyllis Hyman.
Little did we know that would be the last one.
Right.
Who knew?
They didn't tell you.
Never got a dinner.
Turn the light off when you leave. They didn't say that.
No. Who knew it was the last time we saw a tight suit?
Turn out the lights.
Well,
shut down the transmitter.
Johnny Gill was there singing. So,
my.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Look, my. This is the last one we gonna see.
What I couldn't think about was maybe they could have made some money if they actually sold the rights to the concert to a phone company. Imagine that. But anyway.
Yeah. All right, so I saw Bob, and he's like, hey, you're going to get something. Bob has always treated me well. I mean,
business.
It's business. Yeah. And even when we talked after it was settled, I'm like, look, this is part of my maturation project. You know, I went on my own. You have to protect your house. I had to protect mine. We came to an agreement. Everything's fine. So I'm like, look, when you leave home, I said, on my father's side of the family, when you leave home, they break your plate. Goodbye. You're home. And that's that whole thing. It's like, okay, you're like Richard Pryor said, you're a man now?
Right.
Okay, good. Well, then your man can talk to my man. And I hope you have a Rob Littlewitz. So Bob has always been decent to me. I mean, and the thing is funny. I tell you what, my worst day at BET was we had an annual meeting, and Bob said in front of the annual meeting, I think Alvin's one of the best music programmers in the country. And other than Jeff Lee, who hired me, and Bob, who said it, oh, you know how that goes.
That was good, but hey,
I felt like Joseph, man. They're like, we're going to get this code off of him.
No, I can't believe that.
But that's
with our people, no.
But that's people in general. I worked over at C-SPAN. Same thing.
C-SPAN? No, the nice people at C-SPAN?
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
That's the only time 2 yeses equal a no.
I want to know.
You know how they say a positive times a negative is a negative times a positive? Right. And two negative times negative is a positive. But 2 positives are a negative when you go, yeah. Right.
Alvin, I want to hear about your automotive TV show.
Planet View.
Tell me about, your experience with that. Have you now become an automotive expert?
Nah,
I'm
still learning.
You still learning?
I'm still learning.
And what have you learned? But just tell us a little bit about it.
Well,
Unseen VJ Alvin Jones joins
Alvin
us.
Jones on the show.
You can step up a little bit, Alvin. You're in the shadows.
So one of the things
he's always been in the shadows. He's unseen.
That's right. The shadow dude. But anyway, one of the things that I've learned is that the automotive industry is everywhere. I mean, think about it. From buses to cars to trucks, whatever, you can't get anywhere. And an automobile is about your lifestyle. Your car is kind of indicative of where you are in life. You got kids, you get a minivan or SUV. Do you just you You may get a Porsche or whatever, and it's a part of lifestyle. So when we do reviews, we do other pieces where we talk about just the lifestyle. Like today, we had a show on where they recently had the 60th anniversary coronation over in England. So they had this parade going through the city, and we were able to get footage from the Land Rover and Jaguar, and these are all every type of Land Rover and Jaguar they've ever had, and then even the ones that were used to be the Queen's cars and stuff like that.
And they pulled off in a Land Rover, didn't they? After they took the baby home,
right? Yeah,
took the baby home.
So, but also they also
and the wheels were spinning. I was like, wow, okay. Had some spree wheels on the Land Rover. It was like,
but
wow.
In England they have to call it something else.
Right.
I guess it would be.
Jaguar.
He has no.
Some big Benz.
His Jaguar had rotators on it, because elevators are lifts and stuff like that. But also, it's a part of, like, for example,
You spilled tires with it. Well, why?
I had a chance recently. We're going to put this on the show. Went down to
I'm sorry, y'all gonna talk at the end of the song. Go ahead.
Looky, we're in the middle of
Georgetown, Kentucky, right? Toyota produces 500,000 cars a year.
Wow.
And they're not open 24 hours, and they're not open 7 days a week. But the person in charge of that plant is a brother.
Really?
Yeah. So you look at like all the designs that Chevrolet is doing and General Motors and so forth. The head chief designer is a brother. There's a young lady, Alicia Bowler Davis. You have so many African Americans that are part of this industry. Tony Brown for Ford. He's
of Tony Brown's journal?
No,
he's in automotive now?
No. This is Tony Brown, who controls a budget of $80 billion.
I was gonna say, man, Tony is doing it.
Different Tony.
Different Tony. That's a Tony. Think about it. You're in charge of an $80 billion budget.
Wow.
That's power.
Is it the legacy of Detroit, or is it the talent?
It's funny
that
you mention that, because there have always been some prominent African Americans, at least over the last few decades, that have been involved in the design, and a lot of them came from Detroit.
Brothers love cars.
Watch,
yeah.
Everybody they were in
cars.
Ebony.
Yeah.
They were in Jet magazine.
Maybe y'all got tickets to give away. At one point, you got to give them away.
Yes.
Here we go.
The Adult Mix 96.3 WHUR. Sounds like Washington, Michael Jackson. Butterflies.
Debbie Rowe is scheduled to appear in that case. Talking about Michael's drug use. That case is still going on.
Oh, wow.
And Debbie Rowe's going to have to talk about his drug use. And some are saying that he had to take something to be with her. It was like, wow. No, I'm joking. That was not nice.
Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Ouchie.
I'm sorry, Debbie. That was wrong. Was wrong. I'd take that one.
How do we recover from that?
Yeah, sorry.
I know, we'll give away some tickets.
Yeah, make it better, Troy.
I don't know if I can, but I'll try. Look, we have tickets for you to check out.
It's me, Debbie. I'm coming over.
I'm going to get you for that. We've got tickets for you to check out.
Would you carry a sucker for me?
Gladys Knight and the OJs at Constitution Hall. Tell you what, caller 9. Call now. 202-432-9487. 800-221-WHUR. Show hosted by Trisina Gray. August 24th, Constitution Hall. You can be there. Win the tickets now to see the Midnight Train and the Love Train at the same damn time. Call me now and win. Say you are.
The only person missing is Michael Cooper. That's the way we go on the train. Don't need no.
Hey, that would have been a good look. More with Alvin
What did you say,
in
number
seconds.
9? You said call number 9?
Yeah.
It's not answering. Let me hear you.
People could be calling us now that are watching. I'll give you 2 seconds to dial. 202-432-9487. 800-221-WHUR.
Worldwide.
All right. HUR, hello.
Hello.
You caller 1, try again. HUR, your caller 2, try again. HUR, caller number 3, try again. Damn. HUR, caller 4, try again. See, we actually answer the phone at the radio station. People don't think we answer the phone.
They only knew what we had to hear.
HUR, caller 5, try again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Courteous.
That's nice.
Very.
Got manners. Home train.
Very pleasant.
HUR, caller 6, try again.
Caller 6. Okay, thank you.
All right. Repetitive, man. HUR caller 7, try again. HUR caller number 8, just missed it.
Hurry up now. Hang up.
Hold on. Go ahead.
HUR, hello?
Hello?
Hello, who's this?
Did I win?
Who is this?
Lord?
Who? Dolores.
Yes.
Dolores,
Dolores.
you are caller number 9.
You see, I'm gonna slap you.
You can't. If you slap me, you will not win these tickets.
Somebody slapped
If you're
me.
slapping people,
We had your girl on from
She got some food in her
You got some food in your mouth, girl. What you eating?
Oh, I'm chewing some gum. I'm sorry.
You know you eating some greens and onions.
that's right. Some
Yes,
strawberry
that's
bubble gum. You got that strawberry bubble gum, girl.
No, it's spearmint.
Oh, it's spearmint.
Yep.
All right. Well,
You know,
that gets fresh breath.
black folks like menthol,
I got this new menthol gum.
cigarettes, and gum.
Are you sure that number 10?
You are caller 9. I'm
You're the
looking forward
winner.
for caller 9. You won.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Yes.
To the point you said 10, but you know,
I said caller 9, and that is you. You are hi. You are going to see Gladys Knight and the OJs. August 24th, Constitution Hall, a show hosted by Tracina Gray. It's called the Family Reunion Tour, and you are going to be there.
Yeah, and guess what? They're gonna want me to come on stage and sing with them.
What are you going to do? What would you, if you could get on stage? First of all, let me. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Who would you want to be on stage with, Gladys Knight or the OJs? You got to choose one. Choose one.
The OJ.
Okay, you want to be okay now. Now you get on stage with the OJs. Then what are you going to do?
I would sing whatever song they would sing.
Well, so what would you sing?
You gonna French kiss Walter?
I wouldn't. I mean,
With
I
the
know
menthol
all the
gun.
words. It'll be okay because I can make it my own and it still work.
Okay. Is it going to come off like you know what you're doing, or will you look like
No. You would think I was professional.
so you're going to end up all over YouTube like drunk lady jumps on the stage
No.
with the
You're
OJs?
like, oh my God, this was part of the act. Oh wow.
You know, people usually say that, then the security pulls them off the
I
stage.
know, right?
Congratulations!
Oh, well, thank you. Woo-hoo.
And don't jump on the stage unless they invite you. Tell us nice and loud, what is your radio station?
96.3 WHUR. Woo-hoo.
All right, hold on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But just the last
Yeah,
thing.
pen.
So I went on.
Yeah, pen.
This is algebra
New.
from the girl who used to be sang with David, whatever.
Hello.
Anthony Davis.
Awesome.
Yes. Come here.
Algebra.
Can't figure her ass out, can you?
I know. She was hard to figure out. So you like this new position? You know, I saw you were featured. Who were you featured in the Post in the last year or so? Or I saw you featured
Yeah, what you
your picture in an article about you.
Where was it?
I'm trying to figure out. Does it ring a bell recently? Because I think I was like, no.
That was Alvin Johnson.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, man. I saw something. Maybe it was could have been an ad for your show.
Probably, yeah.
You know?
That's
Yeah, maybe it was an ad for your show.
Dolores. You said
When do you tape? You tape it daily or?
we different segments we put everything together.
Okay.
So it's if we go on a trip, because a lot of times
Dolores, you are
press
caller
car,
number
press
9.
trips, we'll do that, and then we get cars once a week. Like this one, I've got
Slap me, you will not win these
no,
tickets.
14.
How you like it?
It's not bad.
It's got a lot of
Girl from
technology.
A lot of technology. It's about 25 grand.
you got some food in your mouth, girl. What you eating?
It's not a lot of horsepower, but you know, it's a little zippy.
What's your favorite car these days?
You had your girl on
It's
from,
hard to say.
Mhm.
There's so many different cars.
You got some food in your mouth, girl. What you eating?
We just did a piece with the Mazda 3 and it's redesign. And if
You
you
know
get
you
like a
eating some
Speed
green.
3 on the track, you're in good shape. But then again, like we did the Flying FRS.
You know you eating some greens and
Because
onions.
of the silver with the turns.
Yeah,
But,
right.
you know, some of those cars you can just
Get
stick
that
on the
strawberry
track.
bubble gum,
regular.
girl.
I did a track piece that we did with a Money M BMW. We went around the whole thing.
Beans and onions.
So
Oh, is it?
cars now handle a lot better than they used to.
Get the strawberry bubble
The price point is
No,
up.
no,
Are you basically seeing more efficient cars? Oh, what about? I hear they're raving about this new Impala. Is that?
It's nice.
You about to go on the street out.
It's nice. It's nice.
It's interesting because the Impala always is in play. Then all of a sudden, the streets always like Impalas.
Right.
You know what I mean, right?
Right.
And cops, I mean, but then now they got hot. So I'm sure,
This new design. As a matter of fact, what I did, I found a picture of my mother. I was like 3 or 4.
Right, I mean, that's hot.
Well, the Impala was like behind us. We were like on the hill. And then when I had it, she and I took a picture at church with it together. So it's kind of like that. But yeah, they've done a lot to revamp that.
Congratulations.
What kind of price point is that?
I think it's about 25 to 30, depending on what you get.
You heard about the people raving about the new Impala?
You are calling
No.
nine.
Yeah,
The
no,
winner.
no.
Calling
People
nine.
actually start to me. That's something I like that.
What about is the Chrysler still hot? I mean, or did they price themselves out? Because they were like what they had going for them. I had one was they were sexy, but they weren't that expensive.
Right.
Then they upgraded and then it was like, wait a minute, now y'all, what y'all doing?
Well,
They got you in. They reeled you in.
Well,
I got
Chrysler's has always had a challenge, and that is
It's imported from Detroit.
right. Well, no,
I like the marketing.
I like that whole
the
idea,
gas.
man.
I mean, the gas is
It's a killer.
It definitely is. It definitely killed.
Yeah.
My Ford truck was about the same as my damn Chrysler. This is, going back and forth to Baltimore is a test.
Right.
I'm like, you just mad. I'm mad now. Okay, I gotta go back like 5 days. It's really like 30, 40, it's $30 a day. What? It's crazy.
That's
What?
the great thing.
If I put, me, it'll be on E. If I put $20 in, I cannot do 2 days.
That's the great thing I like about the car. No matter what car they give me, it always comes with a full tank of gas.
Yeah.
See, it's funny. You said the car reflects your personality and all that stuff.
Yes, Troy's does.
I have a Prius.
I saw the Prius.
Yes,
That's Troy's personality.
But it was kind of like
Efficient,
efficient.
not flashy.
Well, I don't mind. I like flashy,
But you're one of a million. I mean, they've sold 1 million Priuses. I mean, when you're talking about 45 miles to the gallon.
yeah, that's easy on my pocket.
Maybe I should use your car. But you go hit Baltimore. You're doing the same thing.
You spend $30 every day for gas.
Right.
I spend $30 a week,
Right.
And
I'm going back and forth between.
Look at
DC.
me. Now look at you.
And look at you. Which
I
would you
had
rather be?
I had a Touareg diesel, a TDI.
Yeah.
That thing gives you like 600 miles to a tank.
What?
The Touareg, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's a 20-gallon tank.
Yeah,
You
but-
average about 30. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a turbo diesel.
Why? And how did it feel? Was it
You have to
crazy?
understand. No, you have to understand. There's a myth about diesels being smelly and so forth. But if you ever see
I like
a
it.
car
They
show,
They've been improved diesel gasoline,
right, that happened way back in I guess about 2006.
and it's
Well,
still
so
cheaper.
far.
It's cheaper.
In some places.
I tell you what, I got to know something about a diesel you don't know because the guy,
What?
one of them car guys, yep, diesel engine is still good.
Yeah.
But the diesel gas container is now plastic, so it's going to give you trouble. I'm like, what? He said they basically
Because they got to make the cars lighter.
yeah.
Miles.
So it'll eat through it. It'll damn near eat through it. You never heard? I was like, really? You knew that?
And that's when you include that in the powertrain.
And he was talking about the other part because I had the Ford truck thing was the whole deal with the what is it made out of? The catalytic converter
Right.
is made out of damn whatever platinum or
Ivory.
something crazy.
Right.
Yeah. And so that's like the new challenge.
Right.
When it used to be you should go wrong, be like you just reroute it, not be a problem. Now you got to get it fixed.
Yeah,
He was
because
saying that's the government. He said that's the government part.
EPA.
Yeah.
You will.
But he's saying that's the setup to make people have to buy cars because if you didn't do that, your truck could run forever. And the same thing with the diesel. If you didn't, jack it up.
Are they giving you that aspect? As you learn about the car industry and the companies and how they produce. Obviously, there's a markup. There's a way for them to make a profit. But have you felt like you learned a little bit about how
The hookup.
things are designed to eventually go out at some point?
That used to be. Now, like for example, Kia, Hyundai,
They're selling that as a positive.
100,000 mile warranty, powertrain. So it used to be, you know, when you got a car, remember the 12,000 mile warranty? And at 12,014, hey, I'm done. You know,
I'm out.
Yeah, I remember one car I had. I told my sister, I said, I need you to take me. You know, I got to take the car to the shop. Can you come? You know, pick me? So you don't have to take it to the shop. Just hit it on the button, and go, ha! It's the hostess. But if you think about like Hyundai.